Tromba Technologies has decades of experience utilizing Kofax's import connectors. We have installed and configured multiple import connection options. We can configure email box monitors, fax monitors, file folder monitors, and even use web services or custom-built self-service portals. We also have experience configuring scanners, and then configuring them to meet your requirements. Having flexible options helps meet your customers' needs and increases efficiency for your enterprise. The import connection screen allows you to configure your import service. If the import is on another server, that is configured in the message connectors. The active sources that are available are FOIP, Fax over Internet Protocol, and SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. The active sources run as services so that Kofax TotalAgility can accept messages from external systems. When you select an active source, it will allow you to configure the active source as appropriate. The passive imports are located down below. In this demo, we will be configuring a file folder import that will allow invoices to flow to our capture solution. These passive imports pull different sources in order to ingest the documents. Emails, faxes, file folders are all accommodated. When you open up the sources, you will notice several tabs. They are different depending on the passive import source that you select. The General tab allows you to configure your source. You can change your polling interval. You can also configure the username and password, and also any timeouts that need to be caught and addressed. The Advanced tab allows you to configure how the documents will be imported. Do you want a document from the body? How would you like to handle attachments? Do you need to skip a certain file type or extensions? All of those questions are answered and configured in this tab. However, in a file folder import, most of these will be left in their default settings. The Document Normalization tab helps you normalize your documents. So if you're getting various file types like Word docs, PDFs, and TIFFs, this tab will help you standardize it for your process. VRS processing helps you clean up those documents. You can apply a scan or VRS profile. You can choose how the text is extracted off of the PDFs. These two tabs help normalize and clean up the documents that are extracted. XML processing can be configured if your file folder contains XML documents. This tab will allow you to configure how you handle those type of documents, if you need to map those fields in the XML to TotalAgility fields, or if you need to create a document from the XML content. Notification settings allow us to configure if rejection recipients need to be notified, whether or not to include the email, and who the message comes from. These are mainly for any kind of rejection problems that may arise in the import process. There's also a monitor associated with the import connections that can be actively monitored, so you don't have to wait for the email notifications if you don't want to. I want to highlight these hyperlinks on some of the screens. These allow you to test your configuration. You saw one on the main page that helps you test your connection, and then one on the General tab that will test your file import. Document archiving is the next tab. This helps you safely and securely store your imported files. If you need them or want them to remain on your system, you can. This allows you to safely drag and drop files that have not gone through the process, and then they will get re-imported. The last tab is Associated Actions. This tab allows you to tell the documents to which process they need to go to. We're going to be creating a new job in the invoice process. After choosing your process, it will automatically populate the initialization variables that will need to be associated. In this case, we're going to associate the file name and file date to the job variables so we can store them for later use. You can even indicate a different process for jobs that are partially imported or rejected and failed. This helps with error handling. So in this demo, you've seen how import connections can be configured. Your import connections need to be as diverse as your customers are. Tromba Technologies has the experience and the knowledge to help you align your document import process with your solution. However, that is just a piece of what Tromba Technologies can do for your enterprise. We have other videos that highlight other disciplines. Please check those out on our Tromba Technologies website or our LinkedIn profile. Thank you for watching.